What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos. Back on you with a new video for you to enjoy. Today, we're going to talk about another topic. It's a pretty touchy subject, but it's a subject that a lot of us has been through over the years, and that's toxic friends and toxic people around you. One of the thing is, especially like me, someone who grew up in a very poor environment. Someone who grew up in the ghetto, in the hood, who grew up around colonialism and poverty and so many other things. I grew up around a lot of people, unfortunately, that didn't have a lot of motivation. They didn't have a lot to look forward to, at least in their minds, they didn't. They had a very limiting belief set. And a lot of the things that they would do were messed up things, I guess, to rebel against what was going on around them, I'm assuming. But, I had a lot of friends who, would always get into trouble, who were always, going in and out of jail, getting into fights, always having drama, always bringing drama around you, and you had a lot of people who would try to bring you down with them. You had, people that didn't respect you. Like I had friends who used to like come in my car and just dirty my car up and not respect my vehicle. And basically that's a disrespect to me. And, just using me as a taxi, only calling me when they need a ride, or only calling you when they need something like money or a favor. And, it's nothing wrong with helping out your friends here and there when they need help. But once people get comfortable with that, that's when they start taking advantage. And basically, toxic people, for the most part, are people that take advantage, of your situation. They think, you show you're a nice person, you show that you care a little bit, and then they take advantage of that. Like you're just some sucker. And, it's in my experience, I think a lot of it had to do with growing up in poverty, but it's not to say there's not toxic people that are educated, that are in higher places. Toxic people exist all around us. They're everywhere. It doesn't matter if they're rich, poor, if they grew up in the ghetto, in the suburbs, or in a rich neighborhood. There's always going to be people out there who are basically out to see what they can get from you and have no respect for you and treat you like shit and smile in your face and then talk shit behind you, behind your back. Basically put the knife behind you, a rusty knife behind your back when you're not looking. You have to steer away from these people, and you have to learn how to get rid of them sometimes. Sometimes it hurts because a lot of times they can be old friends. They can be people you grew up around, people you cared about all your life. But you just see that they're just not worth hanging out with. I've had to do that a few times in my life. And as much as it hurts, I'm sorry, my throat's all messed up this morning. But as much as it hurt, I had to do it. Because I seen that these people weren't going nowhere with their lives. And, I always had dreams and I always had dreams, you know what I mean? I always aspired to be something. My motivation sometimes is not always there, but there's times when my confidence boosts and my motivation boosts and I do it. I do the damn thing, like we say. But, yeah, you just gotta steer clear of these people. A lot of these times, people that are like that, they're narcissists or they're, what's the other word I want to use? Sociopaths. They're people, or they're just losers, people who don't have nothing going for them, and they just want to use you and bring you down with them. They're haters. People that are just jealous of what you got. You might have a little more than them. They're like, fuck this motherfucker. I'm going to take him down with me. A lot of times to spot these people are very energy leeching. They're like energy vampires. They just drain your energy, drain your will. And that's one of the best ways to find these people. These people are they just don't care. They're just like, what I mean? They're just life draining. You see that they're people that every time you're around them, nothing's never positive. It's always, they take value from you without giving value back. They're always leeching from you, wanting something from you, expecting something from you, and it's not worth it. It's like the video I made before, not seeking validation, not giving a shit. you kind of start becoming like that, like not giving a shit, like saying no, learning to say no when someone like that is asking you for a favor, no, and just moving on. And that's kind of what I did with the people that were around me that were toxic and that were using me for things. I was just like, no. After a while, I'll just be like, no, I can't do that for you. I can't help you out that way. I'm sorry. And then after a while, I just stopped calling them or stopped hanging around them. And then, I've had actually a few old friends who ran into me later on in life. And they told me, man, I understand why you stopped talking to me. You know what I mean? They were like, I understand that my life wasn't going nowhere good. And a lot of people I knew that were toxic people, fortunately, some changed their lives around and they became good people. They became at least people that, were not how they used to be. There's also some people that were toxic people, and when you look at them now, their lives are just in shambles. They're either in jail, some are dead, some just can't get their life together. They're always unemployed or always, are always struggling. Some are homeless. And it's just like you see it and you're like, damn, So basically the whole point of this video is to weed out toxic people out of your life. Cleanse your life from it. It's not worth it. It's not worth keeping friends who are gonna be energy drainers, who are gonna, be toxic and just, not bring nothing valuable to your life. Just bring problems and misery. You don't want that. Who really wants that? I don't. I'll tell you that. So, that's the end of this video. That's all I wanted to say. Like I said, Oakland Latinos United is going to go into different topics. It's going to go into a whole new direction. Hopefully you like these videos I'm making. Hopefully they're a motivation to help you change your life. Because changing your life is not always just politics. There's other things involved as well. So I leave you at that. Jose with Oakland Latinos United. Over and out.